turnovers that we had in back-to-back plays, resulted in a touchdown. Well, the next one resulted in a touchdown. But I mean, obviously, we were able to make really big plays late. I mean, the result speaks for itself. So.
Did you see something on film that led you to believe that you might be able to block a punt today?
I mean, I've come close to punts in the past, but they always seem to kind of go by my arms. So I was kind of surprised when it hit, actually, and then it bounced like 30 yards backwards. So, I mean, every week we see something that we think that we can exploit, and it just turned out really good for us this week. So.
Back to Steve.
What did Illinois do differently in the third quarter? Maybe what did you guys do differently in the third quarter?
I mean, it's difficult to tell. I mean, I think they threw the ball up a lot more, and we had their wide receivers made some good plays, and I mean that's the only thing I can really think of right now. Teams are going to have some momentum, are going to make some plays, and then you just have to respond to that. So that's the most important thing.
What enabled you to respond to that? Because a lot of times you lose that kind of momentum, and it's really hard to get it back.
I mean, they were deep in their territory, and then we made 2 turnovers on 2 plays. So I feel like that's how we responded. The game got close, and I think the defense and the other players on the defense really stepped up.
All right, we're going to keep going with Jordan here. Just give me a moment, and I'll get Shea ready to join him.
Jordan, what was the feeling when they got back within 3? Describe the feeling on the sideline at that point.
I mean, we know that we're never out of the game when we're leading. We as a defense feel that we can make plays to help our offense and make plays to help us win. And the game got close, and like I said, the defense, we made some great plays late that allowed us to pull away and allowed us to secure the victory. So.
We've got quarterback Shea Patterson joining Jordan now. We got questions for either player. Steve?
Shea, talk about the drive you had to have. They've cut the lead to 3, and you guys needed to get down and score a touchdown. Talk about maybe what was said on the sidelines before you went out there, what happened on the drive.
Just that third quarter we had a little bit of a momentum swing, and we just got to be ready to roll with punches. Just react to anything. Call it adversity or whatever you want. At the end of the day, we just got to be ready for anything. We felt like we did a good job of that.
Did it seem a little bit like the Northwestern game last year in terms of you keeping the ball on some of those plays?
Not really.
You weren't behind.
17-0 at the Northwestern game, but I was just proud of the way we fought. We were up early, and then just went momentum swing after momentum swing, and just hung in there and stayed true to ourselves.
Got time for a few more. Aria?
On that, what went into the decision to go for it on 4th down, the 4th quarter when you converted with the quarterback run? What went into that play?
Just trusting the play call, and 4th and 2, got to have the situations. Our coaches trusting us, and the only thing we did was just execute the play. That was a big play in the game. We had to make it, and O-line did a heck of a job of blocking that edge for me, and I got out. That's pretty fun.
Anything further for these guys? Particularly Jordan. Go ahead, Chris.
I was going to Shea, your thoughts on Hassan Haskins and the way he ran the ball today?
Oh man, he's an animal. I think we had 2 guys over 100 yards today, Zach and Hassan. You just see that last effort on the 4th and 2. He got stops. He's relentless. He's a great runner, and it was good to see him kind of come out and play. But had some huge runs.
Back to Steve.
Shea, take us through the outcut touchdown pass to down and how that developed and how
that was just coverage that we game planned for all week, and Donovan did a heck of a job of getting outside and giving me room to throw the ball.
Okay, just real quick, we have an Illinois native in Jordan here. Does anyone else have another question for Jordan? Otherwise, we can let him go see his family. Go ahead, Angelique.
Jordan, in that spell when Illinois is coming back, a lot of uncharacteristic penalties on the defense. What was going on? Did you feel a little discombobulated at that point?
I mean, like I said previously, some teams are going to have plays, obviously with how good we feel our defense is, we don't feel like we should give up any plays to any offense. But it'll happen from time to time, and it's important how we respond, and it's important that we come out with a win. And we were able to do that. We were able to respond late in the game, get some turnovers. Our offense was able to score, and we were able to come out.
Anything else for Jordan?
Jordan, what was your perspective on the strip sack where Carlo plucks it out of the air? Did you think he got in the end zone?
I think that he rolled on top of an offensive lineman into the end zone. So I think that he got a touchdown, and I think everyone on the defense would say the same. But obviously, we got a touchdown out of it anyway. So no harm done. So.
Okay, we're gonna let Jordan go so we can go see his family. If you have a recording device you'd like me to put up here while Shea finishes, I can take that for you. Thanks, Jordan. Okay, we got time for a few more questions for Shea. Go ahead and raise your hand if you have one. Starting with Trevor here.
Shea, was the wind a factor at times throwing the ball today?
It was a little windy early, but towards the second half, it kind of slowed down a little bit. But I don't think it was too much of a factor.
In the back, Max.
Shea, you guys were coming sort of offensively early, and then specifically early in the second half, struggled a little bit to get things going. Was there anything that went into those struggles, either from their perspective or yours?
Not really. They came out and made their adjustments in the second half, and stopped us a few times where we came out and made plays when we had to, and defense made plays at the end of the game to put us in good field position to score. So I felt like we just kept executing through the adversity and the momentum swings that we had.
Anything else for Shea? Chris?
Seemed like the line protection today was better than it's been all year. Just talk about the job those guys did for him.
I wouldn't say it's been better than it has all year, but I mean, I feel like they did a tremendous job all year. But today, I think it was great. I had all day back there, and I'm very proud of them.
Aria?
The second fourth down play in the fourth quarter, the one that failed, were you worried at all after that play failed and you turned it over, or was it just keep going?
Never worried. Just stayed within the game, and whatever was thrown at us next, we were ready for it.
Okay, anything else? Last one, Angelique.
Shea, no frustrations though when it's 28-25. I mean, they've scored 25 unanswered.
Yeah, a little bit. Anytime you got a lead like that, coming out of the second half, you gotta keep the foot on the pedal and full throttle. So, but sometimes in the game that happens like that, and just gotta stay within ourselves.
Okay, thank you all. We're gonna keep Shea moving.